Good morning, everyone. It's Gloria, and I'm here with Lilybeth this morning. And I wanted to do Mia's tag and Confessions of a Reborn Mom, and then also give you an update on my Carter's Pretty Blue collection. I've had very good luck on eBay finding things. I've spent hours, just lots of time. Seems like I've wasted on the internet looking, but you know, I guess you would say I've become obsessed over this. But I believe I've just about gotten all the clothing pieces. I am still in search of the shoes and the pacifier. I really have no idea what all is out there, but I can't imagine there being much more. I have 2 more items that I've purchased that have not been sent yet, and I'm looking forward to those. So let me go on and show you what I've gotten in the last couple of days, and then I'll show you more closely what I have, you know, the piece that I have on Lilybeth today. But this is an adorable, adorable little onesie. And, you know, the other pieces to this says, so sweet. But this one says princess. But I just happened to come across this. And it's used, of course, but it's still in very good condition. I put some starch on it, and it really helped. And I'm looking forward to Lilybeth wearing this. And this little dress is just precious. I believe Linda has this outfit also. And I'm still looking for the little top that goes under this. I've located a seller that has it. It's not on eBay at the moment, but they're out of town, and as soon as they get back, they're going to put it on eBay. This one I may have to alter a little bit to make it fit properly, because this is a 6-month size, but it has the little diaper cover there. And I just think it's so precious. I love this print. I'm just in love with it. I love everything about it. Well, here's Miss Lilybeth in the sleeper, one of the sleepers, and she has the little pacifier holder. This is the little butterfly, and then she has her little stuffed bear that matches. And this is a 3-month size sleeper, which is just a little bit too big for her, but you know, I really don't mind. I think she looks very, very sweet and comfy and cozy in this. And, you know, when something is 10 years old, you just have to kind of take what's out there if you want it and just make the best of it. But I love it on her. I think it's so sweet, and I hope you all do too. Let's see, let me get to the tag here. Let me get my questions. Question number 1 is, have you co-slept with your reborn on at least one occasion? Well, actually, I have, but the main reason was, this was when I first got Lilybeth, I did not have a place for her to sleep. And I sleep in a king-size bed, so there's lots of room there. And so, you know, I didn't want her just laying around anywhere, so I did prop her up on a pillow. And she slept there for a few nights until I got my bassinet. But after I received the bassinet, she has not slept in the bed with me. Number 2, are you afraid to add up the amount of money spent on your reborn and accessories? Oh my, you better believe I am. I've tried to be very frugal with what I've spent on Lilybeth, and, you know, bought many things from the thrift store, including the bassinet swing and car seat and bouncer, the boppy, all this, you know, either Craigslist, thrift stores, or whatever. But you know, it still adds up, and it adds up to a lot. But she is my one and only hobby. I don't get out and about much. I don't spend money on other things. I don't smoke. I don't drink. I don't go to a lot of movies. So, I don't feel badly about what I've spent on Lily Beth. If I was still working and went to lunch every day, and then considering the gasoline that I spent going to and from work and the wardrobe that I had to have, this is nowhere near what that cost me in the past. So even though I would be afraid to see what I've spent on her, it's not something that I regret at all. Number 3, given a choice between a social gathering or a quiet evening at home with your baby, which would you choose? Well, I'm not much of a socializer, but if given an opportunity for a nice social event, of course I would go. I'm home with Lily Beth every day, and I thoroughly enjoy looking at her, and she is in the same room that I spend the majority of my time in, so I see her all day. I hold her, I dress her, and so, I'm with her all the time. So social gatherings are rare, so I would definitely take that opportunity to go out. Number 4, if you could go back in time before your reborns, would you? Absolutely not. Don't even have to think about that. Lifelike babies are something that or dolls, that's something I've loved my entire life. I'm so thrilled and thankful that I came across Reborns. I feel like it was a godsend in my life. She has meant more to me. Since I've been retired, she just made my life much happier. And, if I didn't have her, I wouldn't have you all. And so you're all such a wonderful part of my life, and I look forward every morning to getting up and reading your comments and watching your videos and sending my comments and just keeping up with you. My husband, as a matter of fact, called me today, and he said, honey, why don't you get out today? He said, you've been in for a while. Why don't you do something and get out? And I said, well, there's not really anything I want to do out there. I mean, you can only do so much shopping and riding around and whatever. It's just not something that I have to do. I enjoy my home. I enjoy being at home. And I told him, I said, he said, well, aren't you bored? I mean, what are you doing? And I said, oh my goodness, honey, I have all these emails to answer and all these videos to watch. And I said, I have, to dress Lily Beth, and then, of course, my household chores. And then, of course, now I'm watching a couple of items on eBay. So this takes up a lot of my time, and I do my Christian studies every day. So my day is very, very full. And no, I would definitely not want to go back. Let's see, number 5. If my house was on fire, would you save your reborn? Well, we can say what we think, but only in that situation would we truly know whether or not we would save the reborn. After all, as I call Lily Beth, she's just my precious little hunk of vinyl, and I do love her, but after all, ladies, she's just, a material possession. She is not alive, and life is what matters. So I would get my pets out first, and of course, my husband and I would be the only other two here, and I would hope that he could get himself out and that I would be able to get myself out. But if there was time, and only if there was time, I would get our papers out, or he would at least get the papers out and photos, and I would grab Lily Beth on the way out. But who's to say? I would not risk any life or limb saving Lilybeth. As much as that pains me to say, it's, you know, there are more important things. And finally, number 6, are you willing to lose a friendship because of your hobby? Well, I've not had this come up, and I'm very open about my hobby with the people I know, even strangers I meet. You know, I'm very happy to tell them about Lilybeth and what I do. It's not something that I hide. It's certainly not something I'm ashamed of. But I realize that everyone is different, and, you know, to each their own in how they feel about dolls. But if I did have a friend or someone I was becoming friends with who constantly ribbed me about, you know, or said bad things or whatever about my hobby, I would gently remind them that this is my hobby and that it, you know, this is my pleasure, and that, you know, just because she doesn't like it doesn't mean that I don't like it or that I don't care about her. But if she continued, then I would discreetly go my way. I don't believe I would break it off because, you know, I don't like to burn bridges, and I like to leave the way open. And hopefully, you know, if my friendship meant anything to this person, that maybe after thinking things over, she would realize that, you know, there are other things about our friendship that are more important than whether or not she likes dolls, and would, you know, would come back and we could make a go of it again. And the thing is, if I knew someone, or if I know that someone does not care for dolls or reborns, I don't press the issue with them. I'm not in their face with it, you know. And I am in a group of ladies. I play Pekino once a month, and we have dinner at one of the ladies' house each month. There's 10 of us. I'm the only one that likes dolls, and a couple of them are completely turned off by Lilybeth and wouldn't even touch her. But I don't bring it up again, you know. And every now and then I will say something to one of them about an outfit I've bought, or some place that I've gone, or whatever, like the little consignment sale. And, you know, and they're very nice and understanding, and just don't, you know, further comment. And that's completely understandable. And I don't hold that against them at all, you know. And apparently they don't let that come between our friendship. So there we go. There we have it, ladies. I've enjoyed listening to your videos on the subject, and have found it very interesting. And thank you so much, Mia, for doing these tags. They're all wonderful and great, and just keep them coming, hon. Well, this has gone on pretty far, so I will say goodbye for now. And of course, I send love and hugs from my sweet Lilybeth and Gloria. Bye-bye, everybody.